So if you're thinking about systemizing your business, what are the key areas to systemize first? So we can look at things like repetitive processes, right? So sales, customer service, billing, maybe elements of HR, for example. We can look at automating then, the common tasks versus the clear workflows. But for me, the most important is prioritizing the items that deliver the most impact. And how do we figure that out? So we do a thing when we're systemizing a business where one of the first parts that we do before we get to process mapping is what we call building the macro map for the business, right? The macro map for the business, what is that? I mean, it sounds like it's complex, it's not. It's actually really simple. It's basically mapping out the very high level processes in the business. At a very high level, from strategy to marketing to cash collection, delivery or operations or whatever it is in your business, right? Those kind of things, plus the HR, etc., right? And we do that in a specific way with inline and offline processes, right? So we get a picture, a simple picture. There's probably about 10 or 15 boxes in that picture for most businesses, and it allows us to step back and look at the business as a whole, right? Now, how do we figure out from there what are the processes that we need to build first that are going to deliver the most impact? We do a thing called money mapping, right? So what we want to do is we want to identify for the business owner what is their value to the business per hour. We want to also identify for the other high level people in the business what their value to the business is per hour, okay? So we want to take that on one side, and then we want to map that against the processes that are happening in the business. Because what we'll find is that the business owner is actually running a lot of processes in the business that actually are way too low value for them to be doing. And basically, if you want to look at it that way, you could say that that business owner is squandering resources in the business by being responsible for those processes. So that's one of the things we want to look at in the beginning, is where are those biggest gaps? And if we can actually start to map those processes first and get them off to somebody else, or outsource them, or have somebody else in the business do that, then what we're doing is we're prioritizing the systems that are going to deliver the most impact financially on the business, which means that's basically freeing that business owner up to work at what is the highest and best use of their time, which therefore allows the business to grow and to scale.